Allez, let's go, c'est parti. Non, 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 non. Non, non, non. Pourquoi tout le temps ça change de niveau et tout? Faire. Ok, let's go. Donc on fait le tour, allez.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our featured group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Quelle frappe.
Hi, Luke. I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group.
73.
Now, there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative, and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player.
Très solide encore. Cette frappe là.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in two and getting rewarded for it.
Allez.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hold. Putting for birdie here. Well,
let's go.
Play. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. Oh my, how about that for a par?
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Premier.
Next up
Il est là,
is this par 4 hole.
Bon, la frappe elle est belle. Très très belle frappe, encore très puissante. Ça va pas atteindre les 300 cette fois-ci, mais c'est un premier score.
The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th. Oh, that's frustrating. Putting for a par here. He's currently in a share of top spot.
Let's go.
It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th. Not a bad line, this one.
Ah, ça va atteindre facilement les 300.
A couple under at this stage, in a share of the lead. That could play.
Bien joué.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival Harold Varner III has a worthy competitor this week.
Est-ce que c'est frappe, putain.
Bit too heavy-handed there.
Let's go.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands.
J'ai encore du miss gaming.
Here we are at the 6th hole. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send
De
it.
frappe.
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is important. Big par putt here.
That drive
Voilà,
heading
big
straight
frappe.
towards the cut stuff.
Très très grosse frappe là.
Second shot here on the 7th. That one should find the surface.
Très grosse frappe. Très bonne frappe.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And back to the course with the live action. A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. Fair effort, that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Here we are in front of a par 3. Opting for the 5-wood. Great looking shot this. Oh, almost went in.
Aïe aïe aïe, on a dû faire moins fort.
Yeah, well played.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Dommage.
That'll sting a bit. Nicely holed. And for par. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the rough.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Let's go.
Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Well, that's going to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Yeah, exciting position, isn't it? You'd rather have the lead on your own, but listen, tied for the lead. Pretty good spot to be in. They're going to have to work to earn this victory.
Ah, très
That's
très
a
bonne
nice
frappe.
looking tee shot, that one. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
You like that, didn't you? Getting ready to play their third. He's currently tied for the lead.
J'ai flop.
Sitting at -3, currently tied for first place. How close was that to going down? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in third place.
Oh, just missed.
C'est
And after
terrible
that
quand ça
effort,
arrive.
this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
Ah, très beau tir. Hein.
The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough.
Ça, c'est un... Il fallait
And
finir
here
un
we
3
are
tirs.
with the
Ça. Non,
third
non.
shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Didn't that look good for a long time?
Dommage.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Great touch.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par.
GG.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's sitting there just in third place.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Let's head to the 12th hole. Opting for the 6 iron. Just needs this one
Putain,
to
j'arrive
kick
pas à tirer
right.
droit là. J'arrive pas à tirer droit. Ouais, c'est
Wow,
énorme pour
what a shot.
6 ennemis.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Sitting at 3 under par. Currently in the lead. Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
Bien.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in fifth place.
And it goes in. Great shot.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Just didn't drop.
Dommage.
Putting for par. That gets the job done. Leading by 3 strokes now. Taking aim from about 180 yards here. Currently leading by 3. Should find the green here. That's inside the house of opportunity. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Just not enough gas.
I hate to use the word choke, Luke, but that's exactly what happened there. A flat out choke.
Ouais. Pas terrible le tir. Bon, ça va. Ça va.
That's tiny. Playing from around 240 yards. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
That's disappointing. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in 4th place.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right
Ouais,
distance?
Okay, let's get back to the action. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Parfait. Les tirs comme ça, faut en rêver.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Man, people usually don't go that far on vacation. What a drive.
Looks like they've
Ouais,
got the
rien sur le
5-wood.
tir.
Needs this one to kick
Il
right.
est gros, il est pas content le tir. Putain, il aurait été beau en plus.
Yeah, nicely played. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Wow, that's misjudged. A par putt awaits. Okay, steady now. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. Harold Varner III setting up his next shot.
Went straight
Tout
down.
peut se jouer là peut-être. Hein.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. He's currently sitting in 1st place. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. Ouch, that hurts.
Dommage.
And this is what's in front. And that'll do it. Holds it for the win.
If 1 is good, 2 is twice as nice, isn't it? 2 wins on the season for this player. Awesome stuff.
Mini pénal encore.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back 9, but they were able to
Bien
pull
joué.
out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
Ah, je l'ai éteint. Ouais, je suis premier mondial. Nike. Oh mec, je suis premier. j'améliore un peu. Mec, j'étais de la concurrence. Allez.
Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. A bogey putt awaits. Sitting at 1 over for the day. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4, measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Wow. Yeah. Golf clap. Really good. Let's take a look at the current standings. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4, measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Going with the 5-iron here. Lovely effort, that. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Yeah, good job. Nice par. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Ouais, 310 facile, 315 peut-être même. Allez, 313, c'est bien.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Oh, monstrueux. Il est monstrueux, lui.
most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. It's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a staking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot uphill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will take him to 1 under. And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
-2. -1. -1 et plus 2 pour lui.
The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. And playing this one from around 120 yards out. Currently tied for the lead.
Oh mec, 103. Un peu trop fort. Un peu.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Aye.
Well, the old hammer hands putt. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. That will work. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, get in. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided so you don't make a sloppy bogey. And he's hit that inside the range. Oh, that's too bad. And there it is.
Let's go.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place, behind Tiger Woods.
That dog will hunt.
Well, TPC Summerlin is in Las Vegas, Rich, so why not have a gamble here at 9 and go for the green in 2?
If you're not gambling here on the 9th, then shame on you. You should feast on birdies and eagles on this very reachable par 5. Even the shorter hitters can knock it on with no sweat whatsoever.
Parfait.
Yeah, that one will play. And this putt to move into 1st place.
Aïe.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this putt to move into a tie for first. And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back nine to play.
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Sitting at 2 under par. Currently tied for first place.
Bon. Très bon.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me.
Oh, trop fort pour moi.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Yeah,
This for back-to-back birdies.
One wheat bix too many, I think. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
He's got this for his par.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of the leaderboard here. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green.
Going and
Bien joué.
going and going.
Ah, c'est beau. Une telle puissance dans une frappe. C'est beau. 310, allez. 7, 308.
As we test ourselves here in the closing 9 at TPC Summerlin, what's the second shot into 11 like?
It's a very unfriendly second shot. This green sits above the fairway a good
c'est beau.
4 to 5 feet.
Ah,
If you hit
parfait.
it long, you've got no hope of getting
Parfait.
it up and down. A very scary
Bon.
shot, to say the least. If you walk away from a par here, happy days.
What kind of shot are they facing
Et
here,
Bobby
Henny?
Watson,
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around
très beau tir de Bobby
195.
Watson.
This has got to get legs.
Ah, non,
I
non,
think that ugly lie really affected them on that shot. Not a surprising result, really.
And this putt to move into a tie for
quand
first
tu marques pas,
place.
c'est une salope. Merde.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. And that will
Ah, il a
take him
mis
to 2 under. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. From around 120 yards here, he shares the lead.
Mec, le tir
Some
est
might need to
parfait.
sit.
C'est la puissance.
Handy effort, that one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Très beau tir.
Was
Là,
that a
c'est
rush of
minimum.
blood?
Ah, c'est 4
Putt
coups
for
là.
par coming up.
J'aurais cru 5.
It's looking solid.
Bien joué.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is the current
Oh.
standings on the course.
Watson, il a plus 8, c'est pas possible. Plus 5.
The 13th
Allez.
at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze
parfait.
can cover
Parfait.
that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make
Parfait.
sure you're giving yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach.
Ah, pile dans le sable. Non, nickel.
Wonderfully played. Sitting at 2 under. Currently tied atop the leaderboard. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. That's just inside the range. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That was a gallant attempt.
Dommage.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3 playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt.
Parfait.
Left yourself an opportunity. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
And this one is for his par. And now we have this player currently sharing top spot on the leaderboard with the legendary Tiger Woods. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here
parfait.
must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens
Je suis bien,
or
hein.
the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle.
Oh là là. C'est maintenant.
Now let's change
C'est
gears and
maintenant ou
head over
jamais.
to Bubba Watson.
Il a fait le bonheur Watson.
He is behind his
Booba
rival.
Watson.
Can he do the catching up that's
Oh
necessary?
là là, mais lui il a pas de chance.
Let's get back to it, shall we? A birdie putt awaits.
Putain.
The putt drops. Now 2 under, heading down the
Allez, allez.
stretch.
Tiger Woods.
Anything
a
can
craqué.
happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
Well, that's a handy shot. The 16th hole at TPC Summerlin is the final par 5 on the course, Rich, and one the players can reach into.
Obviously, no hope leaving it short with your second shot in the water at 16. So most players bailing out, hitting it just over this green. If they draw a decent lie, they can chip it close, make birdie. However, not so easy. There's a couple of low areas and greenside bunkers to deal with along of this green.
Bonne position non plus.
Oh, looked like they hinged in that stroke. A 7-footer right here. That's frustrating. Okay, that hole's behind you
Ok,
now.
je suis devant lui les gars quand même.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And there it goes
Mais
from
gros,
the
lui il est tout
sand.
le temps dans le sable.
And let's see what that
Misère,
shot
quand même.
did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, this one's right at the pin. Oh, right by the hole.
Oh non. Pourquoi il est parti loin?
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Putting for a par now. And well holed. Let's move on. And with that hole behind them,
Allez,
they
faut
currently
venir
lead
trop dedans.
ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. And it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
But Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Je suis pour le mondial. Facilement, je remets avec la vie. Incroyable.